Why are the superheroes in The Boys so terrifying? Because they were never traditional heroes to begin with. They lie, lose control, abuse their power, and often treat ordinary people as disposable. And some official lore is even crazier than what the show reveals. Why did Rockhard lose control when he saw a volcano? Rockhard was injected with Compound V as a child by Vought International. His body began to deform, his muscles twisted, and his skin hardened until it looked like solid rock. But that rock was never real. It was actually layers of hardened biological material produced by his unstable abilities. Over time, his body kept expanding and became increasingly uncontrollable. When Huey Campbell and his team entered his home, everything escalated. A volcano eruption played on the TV. The intense heat and explosive visuals triggered his body instantly. His powers reacted without control. His body released a surge of overheated fluid, revealing the true nature of his condition. In that moment, it became clear that his abilities were completely unstable and driven by external stimuli. In the end, Huey used a virus on him. Rockhard's body could not handle the strain. He collapsed and died shortly after. His loss of control was not just about the volcano. It was the final result of a body that had been breaking down for years. Why did Homelander turn Blindspot deaf? First, it was a twisted response to corporate image politics. Ashley forcibly recruited Blindspot into the Seven under the guise of diversity hiring, without his approval. To Homelander, the boy's confidence and reliance on his hearing were not just weaknesses, but a challenge to his authority. Second, the timing could not have been worse. At that moment, Homelander was on the verge of a mental breakdown, clinging to a bottle of breast milk left by his late lover as his only source of comfort. Ashley's intrusion shattered that fragile calm, triggering a surge of rage that needed an outlet. Blindspot became the perfect target.
You don't need super eyes when you have super ears.
Finally, the act reflects a toxic mix of arrogance and insecurity. Homelander fantasizes about absolute dominance, yet avoids real confrontation when it threatens him. He took away Blindspot's hearing because he craves godlike worship, but cannot tolerate anything that exposes his own weakness.
What made you think I would ever allow a cripple into the Seven? Ashley! Look at me!
Soldier Boy versus Captain America. Who actually wins? Captain America gained his power from the Super Soldier Serum. This serum pushed his body to peak human limits. It enhanced his strength, speed, endurance, and reflexes. It also sharpened his mind, making him a master tactician and one of the best fighters in Marvel. Now look at Soldier Boy. He was injected with Compound V. This did not just enhance him, it turned him into something far beyond a normal super soldier. His strength and durability exceed Captain America by a huge margin. Bullets barely affect him, and even extreme damage cannot take him down easily. The biggest difference comes after his later experiments. Soldier Boy gained a powerful radiation ability. He can release a massive energy blast from his body. This attack can destroy buildings and even strip other superhumans of their powers. Captain America has nothing comparable to this level of offense. So who wins? In most situations, it's Soldier Boy. Captain America can fight back with skill, but he lacks the power to finish the battle. When the gap in strength is this large, skill alone is not enough.
You're just a cheap f***ing knockoff.
Do you know which superheroes the boys twisted and darkened? First, Superman. Homelander mirrors him. Same godlike power but no morality. Instead of protecting people, he uses his strength for control, fear, and personal pleasure. Next is Wonder Woman. Her counterpart, Queen Maeve, is still powerful but broken. Once a true hero, she becomes a bystander. She watches injustice happen and chooses survival over courage. Then comes the Flash. A train represents speed, but also corruption. He abuses Compound 5 to stay relevant. Even after killing someone by accident, he shows no remorse, only damage control. Aquaman is parodied through the deep. Instead of a noble king of the sea, he is insecure and selfish. He misuses power and turns something heroic into something pathetic. Finally, Batman. Characters like Black Noir and Tech Knight reflect his dark image, but instead of justice, they represent violence, control, and blind loyalty to power. The Boys asks a simple question: what if power didn't come with responsibility? Who were the 5 surviving V1 test subjects in The Boys? First was Stormfront, the first successful V1 subject. She gained lightning powers, enhanced durability, and an extremely long lifespan. But after being burned by Ryan Butcher, she lost most of her body and eventually took her own life. Second was Soldier Boy, considered the strongest V1 survivor. Besides his massive strength and durability, Soviet experiments later gave him radioactive energy blasts capable of burning Compound 5 out of other soups. Third was Bombsight, a soup with hyper-enhanced senses and battlefield awareness. He became one of Vought's top reconnaissance specialists and remained connected to conflicts surrounding the original V1 serum. Fourth was Torpedo, a famous naval hero from the 1950s. He could move at incredible speed underwater and deliver devastating attacks in aquatic combat, making him one of Vought's most valuable military assets. Finally, there was Private Angel from Vought Rising. Unlike the others, her abilities focused on healing, vitality, and support, making her a rare, non-combat-focused V1 soup. Together, these 5 survivors became the foundation of Vought's earliest superhuman experiments.